So it's the 24th, Friday the 24th. Good to see you. Glad you're staying warm in your puffy vest. Just a couple of quick items, then you've got more substantial items. Every year after the election, the League of California Cities, they're called Cal Cities now, holds a new mayor and council member orientation. It's a training session. So we're real happy that Mayor Byrne and Councilmember Booter went up on, I guess, Tuesday night to Sacramento. It's great because you get to meet other newly elected members of local jurisdictions, and so they're at training this week. So we're excited about that, and obviously excited to apply any lessons that they learned about governance and running meetings and those kinds of things.
And Councilmember Delves really wanted to go, but he had a long-standing vacation planned. So we're going to do what we can. A lot of those trainings and things are recorded, so we'll be sure to get him whatever we can. And when there's inevitably another Cal Cities thing that comes up over the next year, we'll try to get him engaged in that. Yeah,
the annual meeting's a good meeting to go to as well. Yeah. So we'll get everybody involved. So that's number one. Number two is thank you, Mary, for writing the article about our wildfire and fire in general preparedness meetings. Just a reminder that we'll have a session here, presentation on the 3rd of February.
As part of the council meeting?
As part of the council meeting. And then there'll be a tableside chat with the CRA on Thursday the 6th in the evening. So again, our chiefs and our commander and building official, maybe the city forester, we'll get a lot of people there to answer questions.
Do we know where that one is yet?
That one, I believe, is at the Women's Club.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mrs. Toomey and Mr. Graham Robertson are organizing that. Sorry, it's the cold. And so again, we'll get more information and we'll pump that out. I'm going to hopefully get a lot of people there. And then lastly, we do have a special city council meeting on the 10th of February, special meeting to talk about the police department project. So
singular focus.
Singular focus.
That's all we're talking about.
Really no decisions.
Yeah. It's more like a, what do we call, like a study session?
Study session. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Cool. I want to give a big thank you to the AHA group. This is the group that a group of residents that came together as we were adopting our housing element and have been working really closely hand in hand with city staff to look at ways to find other sites within the city where we can have some affordable housing built that might allow us to shift some or all of the affordable sites off of the city-owned properties. Yeah. It's been a great effort. I mean, it's really like a model of how this type of stuff should work. I want to thank them all. We meet weekly. It's a commitment, but everyone's very committed to it, and we've been getting a lot of good help from those residents. So I want to thank them for that and just sort of give everyone else who's not involved with that on such an intimate basis a little bit of an update. We've got, we've talked about it, the 4 programs within the housing element that we're looking to supercharge is the term we use, to basically generate more prospective units so we can shift those affordable units, the actual affordable units, off of the city sites and find other places for them. Those programs are really moving along well, and we've been having some iterative conversations with HCD early on to make sure that when we get to the point of submitting something to them, that they're not going to have a problem with it.
Right.
And so that's been going really well too. We've gotten positive feedback in the conversations we've had with HCD. So I'm optimistic, definitely, about where we're going with this. So we should start seeing things coming through the public process as far as draft language and things like that sometime in the late spring, early summer.
Great.
Yeah. So thanks again to everybody who's been involved in that. I also want to let folks know that at the next city council meeting, which we were talking about, we will be introducing plus or minus a dozen new employees. We're really excited about the group that's come in over the last year or so.
Yeah.
We'll give a little tidbit about all of them. So please come and meet our new folks. We're always excited to welcome new members to the team. And then,
one of the things, just one more word on that. I mean, one of the things that we look at when we're hiring new employees is understanding our organizational values and the village values. Mm-hmm. So those are, more sublime attributes that we look at candidates. Mm-hmm. So I'm real happy as well to say that the people that we have hired in the last year or so understand about those value sets.
One of the things we'll highlight in that is just with a couple pieces of information is that we really do strive to get the best of the best here. I mean, that's what the village and its residents deserve. And so we'll highlight with every person, what's something interesting that, we found along the way. So have that conversation. And then in other news, the San Antonio Pathway Project is slated to be wrapped up by the time the AT&T golf tournament starts in about a week. Which is ahead of schedule, so kudos to the project team. There'll still be some minor punch list items to do after the tournament, but for all intents and purposes, it'll be done. The green fencing will be down, two-way traffic will return.
Pedestrian pathway. Demobilized for all intents and purposes.
That's right. So
it's not intensive. Could be intensive.
Could be, but there'll still be a little bit of work after. But thanks to everyone for your patience during that project. I know it's been a disruption, but it was a very important thing to do.
Yeah, it was. When it started, I couldn't believe the duration of it. I mean, it's a substantial retaining wall, obviously, but it's nice that they really hit it like a bomb, and it'll be done in the last couple hundred years, ideally. And they uncovered more. It's even more impressive because they uncovered more deterioration than was expected as they continued to excavate. They realized many more of the piers than they thought were damaged. So, which have all been fixed now. Boop, 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 boop. All right. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay. Well, then all we got left to say is take good care.